Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, all praises to
Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Kakadash.
Hey, double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching the truth and in sincerity. All right, this initial topic is actually going into that no elect will be phased or suffer the second death. Point blank period. Again, no elect member will suffer, okay, the judgment of the second death. All right, go ahead, bro.
It's Revelation 20:4.
Yeah.
And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them.
Now, the thrones, what is that going into? That's going into they, which are the government body of the nation of Israel, the kingdom to come. Somebody get Revelation 7:4. Go ahead, bro. Okay, Lamar, get Matthew 19:27.
All right. This is Matthew 19:26. But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with Yahweh all things are possible.
Right.
Then as Peter said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all. And
we have forsaken all. It's talking about the government body. And it begins with what? The 12. Trickling down to Peter all the way down. Go ahead, bro.
And followed thee. Right. What should we have therefore?
Right. So what shall we have? Because we have forsaken, meaning abandoned everything. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 28. And Yahushua said unto him, verily I say unto you, that ye which shall follow me in the regeneration,
right,
when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory.
The regeneration is going into what? The kingdom of heaven. Okay? The regeneration is going into the kingdom of heaven. And within the concept of the kingdom of heaven, you're going to have the first resurrection. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
In the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, he also should sit upon 12 thrones.
Right, right.
Judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Now that's what Revelation 24 is also insinuating. You can equate this scripture as well, okay? All right, here's Revelation 24.
All right, this is the book of Revelation. This is the book of Revelation chapter 7, verse 4.
Right.
And I heard the number of them, right, which were sealed.
Right.
And there were sealed 144,000.
This is the government body, okay, of the next kingdom to come. And that kingdom is referring to the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
And 44,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
144,000 out of the sons of Israel. So each tribe, you're going to have 12,000 elected men. And that total is what? 144,000. And again, this is the government body. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 5. Of the tribe of Judah.
That's it, man. I go back to you, bro.
Revelation 20:4. Right. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them.
Right.
And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua.
Meaning you're going to have elected members, okay, to be beheaded. Why? Because of Revelation 13 and 16. So that will basically be our divine appointment. Part of that cup Yahushua was speaking of. All right. However, still when it goes to the second death, going into that lake of fire, no elect member will receive their judgment. Continue.
And for the word of the Most High.
Right, go ahead.
And which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads,
right,
or in their hands.
And this prophecy has not happened yet, but it still tells you that some of the elect will die because of Revelation 13 and 16. So yes, some of the elect will die. Hence the term a martyr, which means what? A person that's willing to die or dies for his belief system. And our belief system is going into the scriptures. But you got people saying that none of the elect, okay, will die at this time frame, and that's a lie. That's bullshit. And if you know the scriptures, prove this. Prove Revelation 20 and 4.
But I'm saying that's not the actual second death, man. Because the first death was the flood. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the elect would be martyrs, but that's not the overall of the second death that the scriptures be talking about.
Right. You have the first death, like the brother is saying, is what? The flood, and then you're gonna have the second death, right? Basically, which is what? The lake of fire. the lake of fire. Okay, and guess what? Both, well, the second death will take place in America, right? That's the lake of fire. Continue.
And they lived and reigned with Mashiach 1,000 years.
Right, now this 1,000 years is going into what? The establishment of the kingdom of heaven. All right, so the elect members, okay, the 144,000, they will assist Yahushua, just like they assisted him in Genesis, the first chapter. Get John 15 and 24, bro. John 15 and 24. All right, these same men that assisted Yahushua, okay, in the creation, they're going to help him with the building process of the kingdom of heaven. Okay?
This is the book of John,
15 and 24.
chapter 15, verse 24.
Right.
If I had not done among them the works which none other man did,
John 15 and 24?
St. John.
Oh, Salaki, John 15 and 27. Salaki.
This is the book of John, chapter 15. Start at verse 26.
Yeah.
Verse 26. But when the Comforter is come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceedeth from the Father, he shall testify of me.
Yeah, we can say it. It shall testify of me. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 27. And ye also shall bear witness, because ye have been with me from the beginning.
And that's the point. Ye have been with me from the beginning. What? Ye, meaning you, as a collective item, that's the 144,000. Okay, you want to say something?
Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
That's right.
You know, before the foundations of the earth, man, the Lord, Yahushua, had already had his elect men, man, who helped forward the creation of everything.
That's right. All right, go back to Revelation 20.
Revelation 20 and 5. But the rest of the dead live not again until 1,000 years.
Now, the rest of the dead, what is this talking about? This is actually talking about these other nations. All right, because within the first 1,000 years, they will suffer what? Hardcore slavery. And just prove that, that the dead is talking about these other nations. Let's get, I think it's Isaiah 14 and 9, bro. Isaiah 14 and 9. So the dead is talking about these other nations, right? Beginning with their rulership, their hierarchy. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
It's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9.
Right.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee.
It stir up the dead for thee. Go ahead.
Even all the chief ones of the earth.
Right.
It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
That's it. So the dead, depending on the context of the scripture, can represent people as well. So when you go back to Revelation 20 and 5, that's actually talking about what? Talking about these other nations suffering hardcore slavery. Why? Because they're going to be a major focal point in the rebuilding of our kingdom, in the establishment of our kingdom. Okay, their blood, sweat, and tears, man. Right? All right, go back, bro.
Revelation 20 and 5.
Go ahead.
But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished.
Right, so after 1,000 years, they will still, well, actually after 1,000 years, they're going to go back to their own countries and do their own thing. However, they still would be what? Giving us tributary. And they still will be following our laws, statutes, and the commandments. And if not, we're bringing judgment on them. Right? Go ahead, bro.
This is the first resurrection.
This is the first resurrection. Continue.
Blessed and holy is he that have part in the first resurrection.
Right, and Lord will we be part of the first resurrection, going into the establishment of the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
On such the second death hath no power.
Meaning what? On such the second death has no power. Meaning what? No elect, no member of the elect will be judged by the second death, which concludes what? Some of the 144,000 men, women, and children. Okay? And how do we define the second death? Well, jump down to verse 14.
Revelation 20 and 14.
Right.
And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire.
Right.
This is the second death.
So the second death is defined as what? The lake of fire, which is talking about what? America. America is the second death. Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire.
Right. So meaning what? The non-elect. The non-elect. Go ahead and I jump back up to 6.
Revelation 20 and 6.
You read what?
Blessed and holy is he that have part in the first resurrection. On such the second death have no power.
Right.
But they shall be priests of the Most High and of Hamashiach, and shall reign with him 1,000 years.
This is talking about the 144,000. Okay. Keep going.
And when the 1,000 years are expired,
Okay, now look, I want you to jump down because if you know anything about Revelation 20 chapter, it goes back and forth in history, right? So we're gonna jump down, right? So get what's going on, bro?
Now I want to say this too. That there's no such thing hell. No such thing. They said death and hell will catch in the lake of fire.
Yeah.
So it's no one can go burn for no 1,000 years.
Right.
At all.
Yeah.
So don't. That's that Christianity bullshit.
Yeah.
That teach you that you're gonna go burn to hell.
Right.
That's a doctrine that push to make y'all niggas come to church.
Right.
If you don't come to church,
Right.
you're gonna burn.
Right. Right.
So look, there's no such thing hell.
Yeah,
All right.
death and hell, when the brother just read that scripture, that's talking about this condition on earth.
Right.
That's all it's talking about, going into this system under this current rulership. And when you talk about eternal fire, what does that mean? Well, a definition for eternal means something that is ongoing or basically never ending. So from a symbolic standpoint, eternal fire can be equated with what? Timeless. If you got a watch, right? And if that watch basically never gets old and is worth a lot of value, that watch is timeless. Meaning that basically when it comes to the judgment of the Most High regarding the second death, this second death will always be talked about. It's eternal. It's timeless. Okay? You can always reference it to something when people are being wicked. It will be eternal fire. But it's symbolic talk.
And if I can say this, man, I mean, if it's saying death and hell should be cast in the lake of fire, man. And who's the nation who's gonna not die anymore? Who's the nation who's not gonna have these fucked up conditions? Who's gonna be the nation who have eternal life? It's gonna be the nation of Israel, man. So when the nation of Israel goes through this second death, man, which is the lake of fire, man, they're gonna come back through the loins of the elect, right? So there's not gonna be any more death for the nation of Israel, and there's not gonna be any hell, no more fucked up conditions as you see now that the nation of Israel have to go through.
That's it.
You know, so that's pertaining basically or mainly to the nation of Israel when it says death and hell should be cast in the lake of fire, man. All those things we have to deal with now are going to be done, man.
Yeah. Hey, since you said that, bro, get Jude. I want to say. Get Jude 1:7. Because again, eternal just means it will forever be talked about. That's all it means. You know, goddamn, the fire eventually burns out. Okay.
They push they want
Yeah,
tight.
you're right.
It's all about money.
You so too.
That's right.
Obedience.
Yeah, it's all about money.
Right.
So they pushed it to scare people, and you know, and guess what? It been some of you too. They're talking about, hey, they made it up, they doctrine up so you bring your ass to church, so you pay them people their tithe. It's all it really about. It's all about money. It's scary tactics. That's all it really is. Nobody can fucking burn, man.
That's it. That's it. Prove your point, bro. Hey, get Jude 1:7.
It's the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh,
And this is the reason why Sodom and Gomorrah was judged, bro.
are set forth as an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Eternal fire. That's the question. Is Sodom and Gomorrah still burning to this day? But at the same time frame, we still talk about Sodom and Gomorrah, which means that's eternal fire. Meaning what? It's timeless. It can always be referenced on something regarding what not to do. That's all that means.
It's simple. It's simple goes back to the word simple.
That's right.
It's a demonstration.
That's it.
You know?
And if you happen to get a particular look at like a massive fire, man, it looked like waves, man. You know, it looked like waves flowing, man. like an ocean would look, you know, like water would look. And the first death come upon how? As far as what? Water. So, you know what I'm saying, that lake of fire, man, that's why it's called the lake of fire. Because it's going to be looking like a complete body of water, man, but it's going to be fire as a flame.
Go ahead, bro.
That was it on. You want to keep going on, Jude?
No. Yeah.
Revelation 20:6 said, "Blessed and holy is he that have part in the first resurrection. On such the second death have no power, but they shall be priests of the Most High, and of the Mashiach shall reign with him 1,000 years."
Right. Shall reign with him 1,000 years, and that 1,000 years means what? The establishment of the kingdom of heaven. All right, look, we have an eternal kingdom, and that's actually literal. Okay, why? Because we will never break the law, statutes, and the commandments. And then, with that being said, that is also a significant indicator that the new covenant is actually activated. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7, "And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison."
Now, basically, that's actually going into the end of the dark ages. But I want to stay on point, so let's just jump down to Revelation, same chapter, bro. You know what? Go to 9. You know what? I'll tell you what. Go to 10.
Revelation 20:10. "And the devil had deceived him, and the devil that deceived him was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone."
Right, the lake of fire and brimstone. The lake of fire and brimstone. This is the second death. Okay, which going into America being utterly destroyed. Right? Go ahead.
"Where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever."
Now, Satan's physical counterpart is who? Esau Edom. Right? The beast is actually broken down into what? NATO and EU. And America is the horde that rides the beast. Also, this is symbolic talk, right? Because the beast is also a representation for what? This power structure. Okay? Go ahead. And the false prophet. Who is the false prophet? The Roman Catholic Church. Do not America embody this system? America is the forerunner of this system. That's the reason why this great court is going to be judged. Hence the second death. However, the elect, okay, will not suffer the second death, although they will be risen from their graves. We're going to prove that. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 11, "And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it."
And who's that great white throne? Somebody get Revelation, I want to say 6 and 1. Let's talk about Yahweh Shai coming back in that fathership. Also, you can apply Revelation 1 and 7. Go ahead. You had something? Go ahead, bro. Yeah, you get that.
Revelation 6 and 1, "And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. When the four beasts said, Come and see." Verse 2, "And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow."
This white horse is talking about this white throne, which is talking about a chariot, which is talking about the fathership. That Yahweh Shai will be coming back in the excellency of his traveling. Okay? All right? Who that?
Yeah, it said, "And a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer."
Right. So this man is coming forward to conquer. Why? Because he's going to establish the kingdom of heaven, but at the same time frame, he has to bring down these other kingdoms, starting with Esau's kingdom. Right? Remember, these other nations are joint heirs with Esau Edom. Go ahead, bro.
The second Ezra 13, starting at verse 6. "But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain,
That's it.
and flew up upon it.
This throne, this white throne. Go ahead. Get it, bro.
But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they were gathered together to subdue him, were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And
Because
lo,
Yahweh Shai is coming back in the midst of WW3. But this chariot is so big. Okay, Ezra could not see where it started nor where it ended. Right? Go ahead, bro.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest.
And what is this? This is laser beams coming from Yahushua's shield. Okay, laser beams. Okay, just further proof that Yahushua's coming back on that throne, which is a representation of that fathership. Right? Go back, bro.
Revelation.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. This First Thessalonians chapter 4 started at verse 16. Because we're going to how none of the elect, you know what I'm saying, will have to taste that second death, man. All right. Verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in her Mashiach shall rise first.
Okay, that's what I'm go back. Say it. Go back.
Revelation 20 and 11. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it,
Right.
from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away.
Why? Because he's bringing judgment. Hey, see, Murder had a song, since people use see Murder's off an instrumentals, duck and run. So when Yahushua comes back, cats gonna be ducking and running, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
And there was found no place for them.
That's right, meaning what? Esau's rulership is actually over. OV, go ahead.
And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High.
Right,
And the books were open.
go ahead.
And another book was
Now,
open.
all these books are what? These are the acts of the performances of the dead, meaning how they exhibit themselves on earth. Okay? Going into their works, right? Go ahead.
And another book was open,
Right.
which is the book of life.
Which is what? The Holy Scriptures. So you will be judged based on the Holy Scriptures. Okay? And how does the Most High, well, how does Yahweh Bashem Mashah do that? Your performance against the standard of the Holy Scriptures, which is Yahweh Shah. All right, go ahead, bro.
And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works.
Go ahead.
And the sea gave up the dead which were in it,
Right.
and death and hell delivered up the
And
dead.
that's the point. The sea gave up the dead. What else?
And death and hell delivered up the dead which were
Meaning
in
what?
them.
You're going to have people rising out of their graves for this judgment, as well as the elect being risen. They're going to be saved. They're not going to sustain the second death, right? But that doesn't mean that the elect individuals are not going to die prior to this second death, hence Revelation 20 and 5, right? And to prove that how the grave is going to give up these individuals, go back to what you got, man.
This is the book of First Thessalonians chapter 4, starting verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout.
Meaning what? He's descending. Why? Because he's coming out of the spiritual realm. So he has to descend down as he enters into the earthly realm. Go ahead.
With the voice of an archangel,
Go ahead.
and with the trump of the Most High,
Go ahead.
and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first.
Meaning what? The elect individuals are going to be raised up.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So you're going to
Those
have...
martyrs.
Right, the
Yep,
martyrs.
yep, yep.
Go ahead. So you're going to have individuals that are dead prior to the arrival of Yahushua. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 17.
Right.
Then which we are alive
Right.
and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
That's it. And what's the cloud? Yahushua coming in that chariot. Go ahead.
To meet the Lord in the air.
And that's the marriage.
Yep.
Right? That's joined. That's when the marriage begins, when the elect is beamed up in the air with Yahushua. That's the marriage.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
And so shall we ever be with the Lord.
Go ahead.
Verse 18. Wherefore comfort one another with these words.
Right. So you just through the spirit of Yahweh shall prove how that the sea as well as death is going to give up individuals. All right. Some to be judged, some to be saved. Go ahead, bro.
It's John 5 and 28. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming, in the which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice, and shall come forth they that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation.
He just read that in the book of what's that? 1 Thessalonians 4 chapter? Right? Read that again, bro.
Okay. This is the book of John 5.
Any elected member, okay, will be raised up. And that begins with 144,000 men and women. Okay? Go ahead.
John 5:28, marvel not at this, for the hour is coming, in the which all that are in the graves should hear his voice,
Right.
and should come forth, and they that have done good unto the resurrection of life,
Right.
and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation.
And that resurrection of damnation is going into what? The second death. Right?
People who already passed in this lifetime or another lifetime, whatever, they're in the spiritual realm, so Yahweh Bashir is going to open up the spiritual realm and let these bodies out. Man.
Yeah.
These people, that's how they're going to have severe, harsh judgment.
Right. Now remember, even the time frame of Yahushua, when he was on the cross after the crucifixion, you had people literally coming out of the grave.
They live regular lives.
And that's right. That's right. That's right. Go ahead, my brother.
This is a precept on this that you made, a comment you made earlier about some of the righteous is going to perish.
Break it down, bro.
This is Isaiah 57, verse 1. I'm going to read this in the NLT. It said, good people pass away. The godly often die before their time, but no one seems to care or wonder why. No one seems to understand that Yahweh is protecting them from the evil to come.
Right. That's Jacob's trouble. And also, that can also be considered as what? The hour of temptation. But by default, we already know that they're not going to suffer with the second death. Right? We just brought out precepts upon precepts upon precepts. Go ahead, bro. You want to add to that, bro?
That's all.
Now get it in the KJV. Yeah.
It said, this is Isaiah 57:1.
Right.
It said, the righteous perish,
Right.
and no man lay it to heart.
Right.
And merciful men are taken away.
So just because these righteous men perish, it doesn't mean that they was living a lifestyle of wickedness. No, the Most High was giving them a mercy death. A mercy death. Go ahead.
None consider that the righteous is taken away for the evil to come.
And evil means what? Bad times, man. And that's summed up in Jacob's trouble, as well as the hour of temptation and all this other bullshit before we get into these events. All right?
And look, and that's better. To go things, it's peaceful. Because, Esau might try to torture them, might try to do all kind of wicked shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To them. So that'd be the peaceful way to go.
That's right, my
You know what I'm saying?
Go
Let
ahead.
me get into verse 2 just to back him up. He said, we shall enter into peace.
Right.
They shall rest in their beds.
And when you look up that term bed in the Hebrew, that's going into the spiritual realm, man. The bed is the spiritual realm. Here's Yahweh Shai, what he said about the young maid, she sleep, and they laughed him ashamed to scorn. Basically, hey, the bed is nothing but the spiritual realm. That's why back in the ancient time, look, hey, he's just sleeping. That's all symbolic talk, man. Go ahead, my brother.
Each one walketh in his uprightness.
That's right. That's right. You want to add something? Go ahead, my brother. Speak up. Come on.
Samuel said, why have you woken me from my sleep?
That's right. That's right. He was in his bed. Now, you know there's no goddamn beds in the spiritual realm. It's all symbolic talk, meaning what? Basically, they're at peace, they're at rest, living a lifestyle of tranquility, right? Because in the spiritual realm, you have celestial bodies. So therefore, you don't need to sleep or go to the bathroom or you get hungry, right? Go ahead, bro.
This is Job 21, verse 29 and 30. Have you not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction? They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Going back to the point of what the brother was making, that the Lord is not going to suffer the righteous to be judged with the wicked in the second temple. So starting with the Muslims. The Lord's not going to be, he's not going to punish the just with the unjust.
That's right, bro. That's right.
The day of the Lord is reserved unto the wicked.
That's right. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, starting at verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High. There should no torment touch
The hand of the Most High is going to what? Their hedge, spoken of in Psalms 34:7. That's their protection. That's why Satan wanted their heads to be removed. If we're in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Al-Shai, in his right hand, we're protected. Go ahead, bro.
In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die.
And the reason why you're unwise is because you don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? Go ahead, bro.
And their departure is taken for misery.
Right. Oh, man, he died such, man. He was almost 60. He was almost 62. He was damn near 48. No, you're thinking from a carnal standpoint. The Most High is playing spiritual chess out here, man. And certain men is gonna, my bad. Certain men are gonna be protected. Preserved, meaning having, and not preserved, but protected, meaning not going through these hardcore, dire times, man.
Right, now some brothers gonna go out violently, man. You know, some brothers gonna just like you have a shot. So just like a lot of the apostles did in the ancient times, but they don't mean they weren't, you know, they don't mean that they was weak.
That's right.
Verse 3, we shall read verse 2 again. In the sight of the unwise, they cease to die, and their departure is taken from misery. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace.
Right, they are in peace. Going back to the bed spoken of in Isaiah 57 and 2. Job 3rd chapter, towards the end of that chapter, it talks about there you be at peace. Even the wicked is at peace.
It's like a spiritual body within the spiritual realm.
That's it.
Waiting for it.
Right. Now let's believe you other nations, y'all gonna be on the left hand side of Yahweh Hashem al-Shah. And the righteous is gonna be on his right side. Right? And that's beginning with the 144,000. Go ahead. All right.
But though they be punished in the sight of men,
Yeah, he died in his sleep, he had a heart attack. He died of cancer, so on and so forth. Go ahead, brother.
yet is their hope full of immortality.
And that's what it's all about. Their hope full of immortality, being risen up with Yahweh Shah. And basically entering into the kingdom of heaven as those first fruits. And first fruits means what? Those that are superior of their class.
And also mean being who were consecrated to the Most High for all time. So even in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, they was the first fruit. They was the ones created when you have children.
Yes, since you said that.
Well, you have a shot of firstborn, but
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
you said, the first we call Israel firstborn.
That's it, that's it. That's it.
Oh.
All right. Hey,
The brothers I said stay, you know, just stay here. We just gonna put up the cover
And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself.
You gotta understand, it's the proving ground. You know, this reincarnation on earth. This reincarnation on earth is really the proving ground. Like this our last reincarnation before the reward. Okay? And that's why Jacob trouble had to be happy, because the elect are going to have to be proven worthy to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, man. You know? So we're finna get ready to go through that last major test, which is the hour of temptation. You see? Get that Revelation 10.
Yeah, they're both for y'all.
Oh, some more on that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, you can read that. Then we get that Revelation. You got it. Okay. Yeah, you got it.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 3, verse 5 again, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself.
Yeah, proved them and found them worthy for himself, which means worthy to join with Yahweh, to rule with Yahweh Shai, to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
As gold in the furnace have he tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble.
Yeah, go ahead.
One more. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever.
Yeah, so what we're going through now is a proving ground. You see, like I say, this last reincarnation, where we have been awakened to who we are, you know, in the midst of our captivity, all right, this is a proving ground, man. You know, and at the end, we want to be found worthy, man. And at the end, it's going to be rulership over the heathens. You see, it's going to be an actual rulership in the earth. But before then, he want to make sure we solid, man. You know, this is our initiation, you know, this reincarnation, man. You got that Revelation 3.
This Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
And we shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. See, this is the hour of testing, the hour of temptation. And you're going to have a lot of people snared and deceived by Satan, okay, by Esau Edom, okay, to bend the knee to Baal to take their seed hill. Okay? Then you're going to have the elect that's not going to bend the knee. Okay? And them are going to be the ones found worthy. See, the whole earth is finna go through a test, man. Whole Israel finna go through a test. But only the elect are going to be unmovable, man. That's why scriptures talk about us being unmovable. Because the earth finna be tried, man. You know? And the elect going to rise to the top. You see? You got
No, I'm going to say it.
I was gonna say, it said, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. That don't mean you're not going to go through it. It just means that he's gonna have mercy upon you and deliver you from situation for situations. This is Job chapter 5 verse 19. He shall deliver you. He shall deliver thee in 6 trouble, yea, in 7 trouble. In 7 shall no evil touch thee.
Yeah, and 7 plagues won't be released, man. You know, just like the brother said, which is the second death. That plague is not going to touch the elect, man, of the nuclear missiles, man. Shall no evil or bad time touch thee within that 7 trump, man, the missiles, man. Go ahead.
In famine he shall redeem thee from death.
Yeah, in famine you shall be redeemed. So, hey, it's gonna be, you know, circumstances where we might, you know, have to go without for a while, but we're gonna be redeemed from those circumstances, man. Okay, but that's gonna be part of our trying, you know, starving. You know, in situations where it look like we through, but the Lord's going to redeem us from those situations. All right, we got to be tried. Then the favor going to kick in, and then the glory going to come, man. You know, go ahead.
In war from the power of the sword.
Yeah, and in war, power from the sword, but it's going to get very violent. You know, because they're speaking of famine, that means there's scarcity, especially in America where there's more guns than people. So imagine the mindset that's going to be out here in America in times of famine, man. Okay, it's going to get real grimy and violent, man. You know? Go ahead.
Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
Yep. And show you that the Lord going to put an extraordinary spirit on us, man. That's the only way we'll be in a good case when all this is happening. Unless the Lord, you know, put an extraordinary spirit on us, man. You know, but that's only going to come through faith and being proven. You really don't know what you got until it's proven. You know? You really don't know what type of vehicle you got until you what? Put it on the road. You know? You got to really put it out there. You can't test drive in the parking lot or a car lot. No, you got to put it on the highway, man. Right. You know? See what it do, man. And that's what the Lord's going to do, man. He's going to stretch us out in these times, man. See what we you know, because we've been talking, we've been confessing, and the Lord gonna see. Let's see. You don't really know if a woman down if all she knows is if she's only been with you through your success.
That's right.
You know, you don't know if she's solid or not until
she get hard.
Yeah, unless she been there from when it was hard, then you kind of know. You know, if she been there from the jump, then yeah, she's solid. You know,
especially when you had shit, when you had nothing, and she stood by you, tooth and nail, man. Hey, you got something, you know what I'm saying? But man, like, hell, most of them hell and all. Soon you lose it, she gone. How most of it is.
All about being tried, man. Ain't we like the bride, you know? How about you know? Yeah.
At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh.
Yep.
Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Yeah, because scripture you speak about, you know, how the animals gonna be removed out of their place, man. You know, they gonna be where the people are, man, and they gonna have the spirits of vengeance on them, man, wreaking havoc. You see, but see, the elect, all right, are gonna be protected from these things, man. Okay, the elect are gonna be shielded. Why? Because we've been building up in faith now. Okay, we've been conditioned to have faith now. You know, to be still and know that He is, man. Okay? Go ahead. What's that? That's morning. Get that Sirach 4:28. Then brother get Revelation 2:25. You have to do something like that.
I got 10 now. Okay, it's Sirach 39, 28.
Yep.
It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
And their fury lay on sore strokes.
In the time,
you got it.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of Him that made them.
You see, the Lord is finna send judgment's finna rest in the earth. You see, this earth is finna be ran finna be judged by another realm. You see? You gotta understand, like, it's levels to everything. Whenever, let's take it back, like when America went over there to Desert Storm. There was a sovereign nation being judged by another sovereign nation that was stronger than it was. There was nothing Iraq could do to stop them bombs from just going off, man. Stop them airstrikes. They was at the mercy of another sovereign nation, man. Because even when you go into angel, what it means, messengers. Those fighter jets, what they known to carry them payloads. If America do an airstrike in Iraq, that's a message from America. So when the Lord send these death angels in this realm, it's gonna be a messenger from the Lord, man. The Lord is finna judge. The Lord is finna judge this realm, this earth, man. Okay, go ahead.
It says fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and a sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
It's finna get bad out here, man, and rightfully so. Because you look at the planet Earth, everybody is proud and out of pocket, man. Pride is ridiculous, man. You know, there's one thing being wicked, but these people are proud in their wickedness, man. Esau has everyone thumbing their nose up at the Most High. Your actions show, you know, you might open up the bird to the sky. And, you know, you got it, bro.
So like, man, like on TikTok, I promise you, bro. I ain't look. I'm telling you, it's so many, even our people, God don't exist. I mean, you see that. You scroll through it. You see our people. Look like us saying, God don't exist. You see it each and every fucking day. Because Esau got the whole world. They figure, what they say? If that was God, why would God let us go through this? But they don't understand, they really don't understand why we in the situation we're in. But, man, people really against Yahweh from Shah because they really don't know at all.
And ignorance.
Yeah, that's right, because they've been taught from parent up about a bullshit they've been learning in the church. Still not the real power of Yahweh from Shah. And people talk about them, tell you, I see it each and every day. They question God, if that's a real power, bro.
And that comes from who? Esau even. Okay? Because he pushes that in the soul, and the ruler soul of the people, like you said. From your youth up, you're conditioned to be anti-Messiah. From the school system, your religions, okay? With the entertainment, you're conditioned to be anti-Messiah. And now, we're just in a society that's damn near completely godless, man.
That's right.
And that's why the Most High got to show himself, all right, to be real. Judgment is going to be the Lord showing himself that he real, man. Okay?
This second Ezra chapter 9. The second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
You know, see, we in a time where the Lord is going to visit this place. The spiritual realm is going to come judge in the earthly realm. You see, this is why scriptures say what? The sins have made into the heavens. Okay? Esau has the earth in such an anti-Messiah, okay, wicked, all right, condition that another realm has to come judge the earth, man. You know, just like the time of Noah, the time of Sodom, that judgment came directly from the heavens, man. Okay? And now it's going to happen again on a larger scale than ever happened, man. Go ahead.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Yeah, so the Lord didn't give us a date, but he gave us the condition that the earth will be in. And all those conditions are prevalent in the earth. You got earthquakes everywhere. Okay, uproars of the people. What the latest earthquake will keep about 50,000 in Turkey? You know? Yeah. You know, even if it's, you know, Esau sending off pocket loose, the Lord said it still will happen. It don't matter how it happened, it's happening. All right, and then that the Lord ordained it to happen. Who gave Esau the idea to come up with that technology? So it's really everything the Lord's technology, man. Okay, Esau just a vessel on the left hand side being used. Go ahead.
And the thing about it, they had that earthquake, right?
Yep.
For Turkey and Syria.
Yep.
And I think like 2 or 3 days later, they had another earthquake in the same spot. So that's all power you have about your shot.
It's a sign, man. That's a sign of the time that we're in, man. We're in the end. We're in the time of visitation. Go ahead.
Verse 5. For like all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end is manifest.
The end is manifest. This is it. This is why you have the camps. This is why you have the believers waking up. The truth and sincerity. Okay? That's why you have a remnant of Israel ready to go. That's been the overall tone, you know, of the last few years. Is, hey, brothers is ready to go, man. The believers is ready to go. Okay? And the Lord got us in their spirit because it's time to go. It's the end of the heathens having authority in the earth, man. Okay? This is it. Esau is the last heathen to rule. So when it says this is the end, this is the end of heathen rulerships in the earth, man. Okay? Esau is the end and Jacob is the beginning, which is going to be an eternal rulership in the earth, man. Go ahead.
Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
Yeah, go ahead.
And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
Hey, your works and your faith, you know, because faith produces works, you know. So the men that truly, the believers, you know, beginning with the 144,000 men, the rest of the believers, men, women, and children of the 1/3 who are allotted for salvation, okay, they came into a belief, and that belief provoked works, and it became a lifestyle to the point where we thirst for righteousness and we hate wickedness, man. You know, hold that, you know, keep it down.
And this 2 Corinthians 4, I'm gonna start at 3.
Yeah.
But if the gospel is hidden, it is hidden to them that are lost.
Yep.
And this we're talking about how people really don't know the power of the true power.
Yeah, and then he said the gospel, which is good news. You see, and the reason, you know, when you come with the good news, because everything that our people want is really contained within the promises, man. You know? Yeah. Jake want to be treated a certain way. Jake want to be treated better. Yeah. Okay? Jake want a better economy. Jake, you know, you got these wild niggas, but then you still got Jakes that, you know, our people to be like, stop the violence. Well, all this in the good news. You see? Yeah. And we'll go into what you got, bro.
Right. This 2 Corinthians 4:4.
Yep.
In whom the power of this world had blinded the minds of them that believe not.
You know, the powers or the gods, you know, the lowercase gods, which are the rulers, which is Esau, Edom, you know, beginning with Amalek, the chief tribe, they have blinded the minds of our people until our people can't see past, all right, his reality. That's why all our people that try to fix the circumstances of the people on the tribe, they try to do it within his box of reality. Okay? They try to fix it with his money system. They try to fix it with his education. Okay? They try to fix it, you know, with his political system. No, the good news is that this man is going to be overthrown. Okay? And the righteous kingdom is to come. Real economy is the resources. Okay? Those are the things that we're promised, man. Okay? Get, what you had? Hit the Genesis 25. Let's go into that promise with 25 and 27. Start like at 30. Start at 28. And bless Jacob, you know.
Okay, this is the whole thing. This is what the whole thing really about. Hey, the promises. This is the whole thing really about. The two brothers fighting for power. And guess what? He didn't make it and we got it. Yeah, and right. They pissed off about it. And guess what? It's not our fault that the Lord chose us. And we the shit and y'all not. Right. It is what it is. Go ahead, bro.
He
Genesis 27 and 28.
Yep.
Therefore, the Most High give thee the dew of heaven.
The dew of heaven, that's earth. The dew covers everything. You're gonna get the earth, man. That was the first thing he was given, was the earth. But the earth comes with a package. Okay? We're gonna get the earth fully loaded. You know, go ahead. Right.
And the fatness of the earth.
Yeah.
And plenty of corn and wine.
And the fatness of the earth, that's the plush areas of the earth. And that's where Israel is going to rule. All right? That's where we're going to dwell, in the plush areas of the earth. Okay?
When you describe it like it's food, they be like the juiciest part or something.
Yeah.
You know, like the best part of it.
Yeah, the best part, the filet mignon. You see? Well, the earth is going to go back to be a paradise, but where Israel is going to reside is going to be plush. Creme de la creme. You see? And that's what we like. Take like to travel, but the earth going to be, your estate going to be like a resort. Like we went into it. You know? When you go see brothers, it's going to be like a resort. You see? And you ain't going to have to save up to go on a vacation or a trip. He just said the dew of the heaven. This is your earth. Okay? You gonna be moving around our earth. Right now, you gotta get slave notes and a slave pass, a passport. Okay, yeah, you gotta get a hall pass. You know? Then you gotta beg a nigga to get off. Okay? You gotta beg a nigga, can you leave out the state? Okay? Then you gotta go slave just for enough resources for a few days and come back and slave again, man. But no, we telling our people the gospel, man. The things that our people desire is all contained within the gospel, the good news, man. Go ahead.
And plenty of corn and wine.
Corn and wine, which is the resources. Okay? Everything that you like, everything that our people lust after, it comes from a resource. You like to go to these restaurants, okay? Their food comes from livestock, right? Vegetation. You like certain clothes. Well, true clothing comes from the earth. Silk, cotton, linen. Those three are grown out the earth. When you have the earth, you don't have to go shopping. Okay? You got your own seamstress. Okay? To create whatever you can think of, man. Yeah.
Prince had seamstress.
Yeah. You know? It's the good news, man. Go ahead.
And just to add on to what you said, like going back to what you said about people taking a vacation, it's like you hear someone say they went on vacation to Paris, you know, it's something big, you know. Yeah. It's like it's grand, you know, you're like, dang, how was it? But it's gonna be something normal in our kingdom to hear, you know, a brother went to another galaxy, another universe. You know, it ain't gonna be like, you know, something you know, like I'll never do this in his lifetime. Yeah. You know, we had a fatness of the earth.
And then you go to these places and, you know, the earth jacked up. The earth is on a very low vibration, man. You know?
You be thinking, damn, I wish I can go there. Yeah. Wish I can go there. But when we better go. Like it's not like say it won't be nothing. Hey, we there
in the moment.
Yeah, you be limitless. Then you ain't gonna be on no time. You know, to another galaxy for 100 years, you know. Yeah. Come back and still, you know, you got eternity. It's one thing to have a lot of money, man, but immortal, you know?
Dying for.
Yeah. You see, like I say, everything Jake like, a lot of people like, come from resources. Rock, Hennessy, you know. All that's some resources, man. Right. Corn and wine.
Agave nectar.
Yeah. You see? You know what I'm saying? All that's resources, man.
We could have said corn, wheat, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's that whiskey, right? Corn whiskey.
Yeah.
You know? Potatoes. It's getting lit.
Yeah.
Verse 29, let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee.
Yeah, let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Because you go on vacation to do what? Like when you go to a resort, you go to do what? Get pampered, right? You see? Well, no, it's a good lesson. Let people serve thee. Let's get that word serve in the blue letter. Let's get that word serve, man. You know? This is a righteous thing, and another thing the truth, you know, resurrection us as a ruling class mentality, man. You know, like our forefathers had, man. You know? Like King David, you know, he was uncircumcised, you know, heathen, you know, he had a ruling class mentality, but it came from, you know, his relationship with Yahweh Shema. You know, it made him think superior. See, that King David always thought superior because he knew his God was superior, man. You know? Go ahead.
It's the Hebrew word abad.
Yep.
It says to work, to serve, labor, to work for another, serve another by labor.
To serve another by labor. Okay? Because it's going to take a lot of labor to get the infrastructure of the kingdom put up, man. You know? Man, it's gonna be decked out. The things that we read about, the transparent gold, the windows of agate, because those stones are rough.
Yeah.
They gotta get refined and polished. That's labor.
Yeah.
You know, like there's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be millions of tons of gold, millions and billions and trillions of tons of gold to get prophecy fulfilled, man. Streets of gold.
I mean, insert. Because what is earth? It's a gift.
Yeah.
It's a gift box.
Yeah.
Like you might buy your wife like a treasure box.
Yep.
She'll open it up as diamonds and pearls. When the Most High, when Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai created the planet Earth, he created Pandora's box.
Like
If you look at the word, Pandora, it's been a minute. I just saw the movie Avatar. It stayed on the planet what? Pandora.
Yeah.
And it was a gift. So really the planet Earth was a gift to the sons of Adam. It was a gift to the Israelites. So we're in prison and we're separated from that gift right now. So we work in this concrete jungle. You swipe a card, the clock in and out work, put on safety glasses. We deal with machinery. You go and live in an apartment or a house, but it's all closed in with everybody. So you're disconnected from your gift. But like the brother was naming, we love everything from the planet Earth because it was a gift to us. We eat fruit in its authenticity. You eat even vegetables that I didn't think I liked.
Yep.
When I taste it organically, I like it.
Yep.
Women were a gift to us. All right? Or even how the Most High, the earth is the only living canvas. You look at the sky, that's an art show. The sunrise, the sunfall. Sometimes the sun will be red in the morning time. All right, he'll give you a show of birds that fly in different formations. So the planet Earth was a gift to the Israelites from Yahweh. And that's why Ezra, in 2nd Ezra 6, he was like, if the earth is made for us, why don't we have an inheritance?
Yeah.
We ain't got nothing. Everything you need is in the earth, man.
Yep.
So it's a gift, man.
Good news.
The good news.
One more word, it says to enslave. Going back to the serve.
To enslave. Okay, what the Pastor Hart had that video, the Edomite say he had a dream about he was in slavery. I don't know if y'all seen it. Yeah, the Edomite say he dreamed he was in slavery, man. Because that's part of the good news, the gospel. That's part of the gift. Even the people are gifts. Get that in the elder said that, get that in Psalm 2:7. You see? Even like you say, the earth was a gift, all right, to their lineage, the sons of God from the Heavenly Father. Man. You know, when he sent them spirits down, hey, it was to enjoy the earth, man. Go ahead.
In Psalms chapter 2, verse 7, I will declare and decree, the Lord hath said unto me, thou art my son, this day I have begotten thee.
Yeah, so this is the Heavenly Father bringing forth Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for an inheritance,
Heathen for an inheritance. Go ahead.
and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
The dew of heaven. Okay? So what Yahweh Shai was promised, you know, Jacob received that promise for Isaac. You see? It's the same thing. The heathen, like you say, the earth was a gift. Like, when you start thinking, like you say, from this perspective, like the elder was going into, like you look at everything different. Like really, a woman is like a copy machine. She pretty meant to just bring forth your copies, you know?
Yeah.
But then there's a pleasure that comes with that. There's a service that comes with that. And over time, of course, you're going to have, you know, you're going to grow to love the woman, you know? But in the kingdom, we're going to go back to the purpose of the earth, the purpose of all our gifts that the Lord gave us, man. The stones, like you say, they have a gift. There's going to be no random stones, you know? Like even you go into solar light, like it's a stone of communication. You know, you can have a whole council room that's made, you know, a solar light. You know, you can brothers go in and have council, the whole room made of, you know, but it's gonna take a lot of labor, you know, to get that solar light council room, man. The throne room where brothers judge from, man. Okay?
Good.
You see? Come on, man. Like the elder said, man, the earth is our gift, man. We're gonna get it back. Right now, the wicked has our gift. You know, and what is he doing? He's destroying it. You know?
And like you said, it's gonna return back into its rightful form. We're gonna learn how to utilize everything to its fullest potential. Because that's one thing we never learned. You know, like you said, as a gift, we never really understood how to utilize everything to its fullest potential.
Yeah.
But in the kingdom, we're gonna, like all the resources that you said, everything that y'all been naming, we're gonna learn how to utilize it all into the fullest potential. Everything is gonna reach its max potential.
Yeah.
You know, like even your children. You know, even the children that be born into the kingdom of heaven, they're still gonna come up in their fullest potential, righteous.
Right. Because you're right. Because we don't know the elements like that. We know the stones to a certain degree, but we don't know it to its full potential. He sells us herbs and counsel. He encapsulated our herbs, over sells it to us, over markets, you know, jacks up the price. So a lot of things in the earth, a lot of trees, a lot of leaves, a lot of barks, a lot of roots, a lot of things, a lot of elements, we don't even know it's to its full potential, man.
And also too, we're gonna discover the earth because there's a lot of things that we don't even know about. You know, so that's also gonna be a part of learning, you know, knowing to the fullest potential. Because a lot of things that's hidden from us that, you know, that Esau might have an understanding about, we don't know about it, then we don't know how to utilize it.
But then we only got information from Esau.
Right, come.
So we really don't know, you know what I mean? He's our only source.
Information.
Yeah, man, he's a forger of lies, so we really don't know.
Yep. Yep. And he's limited. Like the Lord really not opening the earth up to him. You know, he's limited. Like really, everything that Esau Edom has was really for him to work his way to this point. Because you think about it, the prophets say what? Information must increase, run to and fro. So you got your FaceTime and social media and all that. And then the Lord talks about what? The MOTP, the CHIP. So he had to be able to go into micro technology. And then you got the war in heaven, so he had to go to the plane. You know, like really his technology was to get him to this point to be destroyed.
Right.
You know? He really, that's why none of his technology, like you always go into, is not useful to the earth. You know what I'm saying? All the things you just named is harmful to the earth. Social media is increasing depression and suicide. Okay? Then you have the C-hip, which he's going to come out with. All right? What is that going to do, man? The scripture talk about cancer, you know, from the C-hip. Then the planes, you know how much pollution comes from those planes, man? Okay? The chemtrails themselves, the chemtrails alone, but then just, you know, the oil leaks that them planes have in the ocean and all these different things, man. All this technology is harmful to the earth. But the Lord's technology is going to be, all right, in sync with the earth, man.
And like you said, someone had to create this technology because the prophecy had to be fulfilled. The technology for the lake of fire to even be established had to be created. So what you said, nukes, yep, right. The technology, the information had to happen.
But that's really where you spend most money. Like when you look at the spending chart of the military budget, you know, you can't even see that little piece for agriculture and schools. You can't even see that little slim, you know. And
that's how they're running the world. They're military. Them boys spend their money on their military. Like, fuck everything else now. Fuck everything else now.
You had that iron got that. You got it,
This is Isaiah 54 verse 15. Behold, verse 16, excuse me. Behold, I have created the smith that blow up the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
Yeah, and a good movie gonna be on there. Will the Oppenheimer movie come out this year?
So yeah.
I think Oppenheimer. I think it's this year. You know, we'll show you them Germans, all right, scientists. The Lord put in their spirit to split the atoms, go into nuclear physics, man. Okay? And it's gonna turn America to a desert. Hey, when the first atom got split, that was the end of America. And they figured, you know that? It's like when they split their first atom, it was done for America, man. Go ahead.
Slab. So like, but it's July 2021. July 21, 2023.
So it's gonna come out this summer?
This summer.
Yeah. You know, it's gonna be worth going to see. You know,
I have created the waster to destroy.
yeah, it was created to destroy. So Esau's technology was really meant to destroy his empire, okay, destroy America, and usher in how shot coming into the movement, right? You know, she got the Isaiah. You get the Isaiah.
This Isaiah 45:7. I formed a light.
17.
Oh, it's like-
Yeah, 17.
Isaiah 45:17.
Yep.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
Yep.
Ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded, world without end.
So Israel shall be saved with an everlasting salvation. Okay? Which going back to the good news, which means that we're gonna always dwell in security and safety. Okay? It's gonna be permanent peace and safety for Israel in the earth. Okay, and then it says the world, which goes back to an age without end. It will never be the end of the age of Israel. The Assyrians, it was an end to their age. The Egyptians, the Babylonians, the Romans, the Greeks, they had an end to their age. But Israel is going to be an age without end. And read the next verse, Bible.
Verse 18. But thus saith the Lord that created the heavens,
Yep.
the Most High Himself that formed the earth and made it. He have established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else.
He created it not in vain. Why? Because it was a gift to his sons. Okay? He didn't create it in vain. He created to be inhabited. And that's why Apostle Paul say there's a glory to the celestial body, which it doesn't, get tired. Okay? It's immortal. It's a glory of celestial. Then there's a glory of terrestrial, which is the earthly bodies as well, man, which is the pleasure that comes from food, sex, family, Your youth, yeah, come.
Hey, most times so bad. I know you brothers have played video games where there's like progression within the video game. For example, I think I'll play like Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah.
It'll show like it goes from like daytime to nighttime in the show.
Yeah.
But the most time so bad with his artistry, name me a sculptor who creates a sculpture that changes over time.
Yep.
So we all melanated men, right? And your youth, your beard is jet black. Then you get up in them 30s and your 40s, it doesn't turn gray, it turns white. It turns silver. It turns hoary. It's like a brother's beard has got snow on it, man. But only the Most High can do something like that, like your features change over time. Because even that wasn't supposed to be a curse. You should have said something, brother?
No.
But it's like, even like, he's a sculptor. He looked at it like he's a potter, right? So even when he created the earth, when you put these earthen bodies, he made the earthen bodies to progress and change, man. You go from a baby to a toddler to a child.
Yeah.
Hey man, and the Most High is far out. We just it's normalized now, but it's Most High still far out, man.
Puberty.
Puberty.
Go through that change.
You stretch out, boys get deep.
Yep.
You know. Like I said, brother's face be changing and stuff.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
Quickly for you,
Oh, you got it.
back up your point. 2 Maccabees 7:22. I cannot tell how you came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you.
Yeah, so you had the mother, and the brothers, she pretty much like, give yourself to the tormentor because look, how you was made, I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, you see, that's like the brother's going into. And see, in the kingdom, like Elder was saying, hey, their prime, the Israelite man and woman is gonna be forever being their prime. Because like you say, that's the glory of terrestrial, their prime. Because you look at it, men are always trying to stay fit. Trying to stay fit, keep their prime. Okay, you have women, what they be trying to chase, their prime. But in the kingdom, we're gonna have the glory of the celestial and terrestrial. So we're gonna have the glory of the immortal to enjoy our prime on the earth forever, man. You know?
Another for you. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 5. As thou knowest not what is the way of the spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child, even so thou knowest not the works of Yahweh who maketh all.
Yeah, so the Lord's works, like you say, the way that the Most High creates and He puts things in place, systems in place, you know, it's on a whole other level, man. You know, and this is like in our kingdom, it's gonna be on another level of wisdom. The standard of wisdom is gonna be elevated, man. You know, because like I say, Esau is so limited because he's not the chosen. You know, that's why the Most High doesn't open him up past, you know, that little portion of wickedness that He gave him, man.
Just imagine living in someone's house that you did not create. All right, and it's food in the refrigerator, it's food in the cabinet, it's plants, you know what I mean, in the house, and you had the audacity to say, nobody built this house.
Yeah,
there is no creator.
Yeah.
You're inside of a whole house that fills all your needs and wants.
Yeah.
And you say, nobody built this house. It just happened by way of an explosion in the universe.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you know, I mean, the times when I was talking, man, like, you gotta be an idiot, man.
It's wrong.
Yeah. Who has said it?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, get that Revelation 11.
It's Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come.
Yeah, the wrath of the Lord is coming. You see? And see, these nations are now in the spirit of trying to hurry up, you know, accept this NWO, you know, but they slick mad at Esau because they see how he played them, you know. That's what's going to pretty much kick off that World War III, you know? Go ahead.
In the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets.
And if thou shouldest give a reward, remember we said the earth was a gift.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
You finna get that gift, man.
Yeah.
Thou shouldst give a reward, the dew of heaven, the gospel, the promise, man.
Yeah.
We finna get that gift back, man. Go ahead.
And to the saints, and to them that fear thy name,
Yep.
small and great.
And to the saints and them that fear the name, small and great, you know, to the prophets, you know, the saints. Okay, that's the 1/3 of that order, man. Okay, go ahead.
And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
He's going to destroy them that destroy the earth. Esau, he destroyed the simplicity of the earth, man. You know, because you really look at it, man, as an Israelite man, you really just want your basic necessities, and, you know, you want to be able to support your family and enjoy your family, man. You know, the common Israelite man, that's pretty much, you know, all he really needs to be good. You know, and the Lord just going to magnify it on another level. But Esau, the scriptures say he lose sleep unless he calls some to fall, man. You know? I say, you give Jake a decent, you know, you got these wild niggas out here, these GMO babies, man. Yeah. But you get a mature Jake, man, and Jake is good, man. Jake probably had a little land, they woman or 2 or 3. Okay? Yeah. And Jake be good, man. Little drink, you know. Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
You see? I'm saying it's too like wanting to destroy the earth because they on the one they constantly drill and drift oil. They constantly drill and drift oil. They put all kind of bullshit in the atmosphere. Put all bullshit in the ocean.
Right.
They cut all the trees down. Yep. They don't think they're doing that.
The trees are a life force, man. It's like a part of Brazil, but they just do heavy industrialization, heavy deforestation, I mean. And that's our life force. That's how we inhale, exhale, man. You know?
They doing it. It's done.
Proverbs 4:16, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
And this is how this man runs the earth. Okay, with this mentality, what can I do to destroy people next? What can I sneak in the food? What can I put in the air? What type of enchantment? What kind of portal can I open up and let these demons come out? This is all this man does within his leadership, man. You know? Like this man, he this man has trillions of dollars, but they only have 2 sons. You know, 3 kids. Man, he's like, what you doing? You know?
I can't fuck up the like male and female together, right?
Yeah.
Son come out. Oh, I'm a girl today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you now. You know what I'm saying? How that fuck there though? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he started fucking with everything.
Yeah. The Lord is. When you look at the Lord, really nature shows you your role. You know, like when you really deal with creation and how things work together, nature shows you your role, man. Like that's why you as a woman, okay, when you see a man that look a certain way, you know, you start to do what, man? You start to get ready and get aroused, you know? When a man see a woman that look a certain way, what? He gets aroused, man. That's nature telling you your job, your role, man. Yeah, that's why the animals, you know, they don't have to have, you know, fluent conversations. They just roll with nature, man. Nature telling them what to do and how to do and what to move. You know, they know to migrate. You know, the fish know to swim upstream. Like, nature tells you what to do. Esau comes and says, nah, this how it's gonna work, man. You know, and this man just ruined everything, man. You know, everything you touch, you gotta go.
This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4.
Yep.
And there went out another horse that was red.
Yep.
And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
This is Esau Edom in the issue. Esau sitting in the seat of power. All right? He's in a position of power. Okay? And what has he done in his position of power? Take peace from the earth. This man started a war just to fund both sides. Okay, you know? This man to fund the war just to distract you from what he really doing over here. You know? This is how this man moved. Do you know how much peace that they took from my community, the feminist movement? You know how much peace they took away from the community? Like, we were looking at the murders the other day in Jackson.
Yeah.
You know? That's a result of feminism dominating the community, man. You see, Jake dying is the byproduct. That's the finished product of that. But before that, it's a feminist mindset that dominates, you know, the people of the tribes, man, especially the Southern Kingdom, man. And where does that come from? Okay? The divorce rate. All these come from Esau Edom and planting these enchantments, starting wars, destroying the foods. You know, our people jacked up and health-wise, man. Why? Because Esau was created to take the peace from the earth, man. You know, go ahead.
And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Yep, and then it begins with his military, okay? And then just the beginning. Pharmaceutical is part of the sword. Like I say, entertainment, the enchantments he sent through his witchcraft, that's part of the sword, man.
Death culture.
Yeah, death culture. You know? This man has completely removed peace from the earth. Okay? To the point where, you know, you die over argument at the gas station, man. Everybody is on the edge. Everybody is one conversation or one wrong look from snapping out, man. You know? People mindset now is to resort to violence directly. Like, damn, you skip all the other steps. You gotta die. You know? You gotta go.
Isaiah 65:17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come to mind.
Yeah, it says new heavens and a new earth. This is what we're looking for. You know, it's the spirit that the word in the number form talk about the great reset. The earth does need a great reset, man. But it's gonna be reset in righteousness, man. Okay? Not a digital, you know, kingdom of Satan. Okay? No, the earth gonna be reset in righteousness, man. You know? And that's why the Lord has pretty much hit the reset button on us before he resets the earth, man. So we can be in tune with the world he's finna bring. What's that, 2 Peter 3 10? Yeah, you got it.
It says, behold, I create new heavens, verse 18. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing and her people a joy.
Yep. Hey, Jerusalem are rejoicing, the people of joy. But see, before that, there has to be a cleansing. You know, as we talked about last week, talking about the good times to reset. But we live in a society, they don't never reset. They just keep progressing in wickedness. They become more and more toxic. Sometimes you gotta detox, sometimes you gotta reset, sometimes you gotta make adjustments, you know, so you can level up. But this earth just keep getting wicked and more wicked progressively, man. You know? So the Lord gonna step in and reset and do a detox in the earth, man.
Just to add to what you said, like you said, be glad and rejoice in what the Lord created. You know, going back to the original point, how the earth is a gift. It's gonna be created a paradise, and we're gonna actually enjoy the gift. You know, be joyous of what the Lord is doing in the earth.
And the kingdom will be perfectly balanced. You know? And right now, you know, it's always a struggle trying to find the balance, man. But the kingdom will have that perfect balance, man. You know? Yeah,
I got something, some guy trying to tell me that today is a lot better than 200 years ago, 100 years ago. I said, ain't no fucking way. People are morally screwed up. People are more by themselves. People, they'll look for you just like this in a day with no problem. He try to say, no, it's better now. And then I said, no way.
He's just talking about convenience.
That's what it is.
That's the only thing he's talking about.
That's it.
You get an Amazon package.
That's it. That's all I'm talking about. Ain't no way. Because, man, like, you know, we used to go back in days, you know, shit, we like, trying to help each other.
Yeah.
Now, you don't hear that. You don't hear that. I know changes. It's just different. And I said, man, it's not the same. I said, 100 years ago, it's way better than now.
He's blinded by convenience.
Yeah.
But like you said, you get an Amazon package at your door the next day, then your son come home with goddamn fish nest.
That's right.
And you can't do nothing.
See?
You see?
Right.
Hey, but like we always talk, people are blinded by this man's convenience.
Yeah.
You know? Watch DoorDash and all that going through the roof and real convenience.
That's why I say a gift destroys the heart.
Yeah.
Because they don't look at it like that. Everybody think of a tangible gift that just handed to you. Oh, this is a gift. It's all those particular delicacies and those conveniences that have taken your mind from the Most High. But Esau did that systematically.
Yep.
He did it to take your mind from the Most High, because once he was able to captivate you with all these beautiful dainties, these conveniences, all these particular crumbs that fell from the table, now you don't have the Most High in all your thoughts. Because why? Because now your oppressor's giving you everything, so what you need Heavenly Father for?
Yeah.
In your eyes.
Yeah.
That's how they look at it.
He give you all the entertainment you want. Meanwhile, you have no family, you have no woman, you know, you have no savings, you know, you working paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, you know.
Just real quick. Second Ezra 9 and 11. And it says, and they, now verse 10, 2 Ezra 9 and 10, it says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Receive those particular benefits, man. And not knowing the Most High. Why? Because when you look at your current condition and your current estate, it depends on if you're in an imbalanced way of things or an imbalanced way of things. The balance is going to keep you level-headed. The imbalance is going to keep you one side and one way, right? So when you look at the wickedness and the convenience of this world, why would you serve the Most High if the Most High hadn't put the Spirit inside you to serve Him? You're going to serve Esau, Edom, because you're going to serve somebody regardless.
Yeah.
You're going to bow down and serve somebody regardless. It doesn't matter if it's righteous or wicked, but you're going to have a master on earth, bro.
Hey, would you say like those perks that they get is like an incentive, you know, for them to go further and be in balance on the other side?
They incentivize you.
Yeah.
I can come down here. You know, you leave those little crumbs like, man, okay, you can use more of these. It's a trained pet.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know what I'm saying, the Most High is going to punish them because they took the apple of his eye and manipulated it, right? Because Esau didn't do it in goodwill, nor did we initially bow down and show love unto him in a particular fashion that started off as hatred. It never started like that. That's what happened to Gad. Gad was overcome, and he was overcame by doing what? Showing Esau love. Judah was, you know, even being brought into the Americas, they still always just wanted to be peaceable. But Esau is that one who broke their brotherly covenant and wanted to shed the innocent blood of the Israelites, man.
You guys still got yours, huh?
Yeah. I did 2 Ezra 4:28. But as concerning these things whereof I answered thee, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
Yeah, because going back, even I would go back to the garden, the serpent, you know, or sin was sown through Eve. You see? And what? The sons of God fell. Okay? Then you had the time of Noah. Okay? Then you had what, man? The great falling away. And we in the position that we are now. You know? Where wickedness has sprouted out, you know, and dominated the earth. You see? And like Elder was saying, now Esau incentivizes the wickedness, man. At first it was just beating your ass. But now he incentivizes, that's even worse. And then they'll whip, you know, because they really messed this up. You know?
Hey, because the whip, eventually, it make you fight back because it's pain. You know, you naturally want to defend yourself, or you want to retaliate. When you get that mind, then you gone. The same way, you know, you look at that son of those two celebrities, and how this dude taller than all of us at this particular point in his life, about 12 years old, but you know, he got long hair, changing his name, want to be identified as the sheep. Why? Because that mind is gone. And not only is the mind gone, but the whole head is sick of the household. Because it's a stronghold.
Just like, I was just adding on what you said, like with the whip, because that's going into like his forces. Well, now with the convenience, he giving you the choice. He's making your own decision to go off. You know, it's no longer he has to force you to do it.
Like that movie Roots. I remember the topic line of it. But you know, he was beating his name into him. He kept asking, "What's your name, boy?" You know, and he resisted so many times, but that pain kicked in. And then after that, it was all psychological.
It's more cost effective when you give gifts. Because the whole thing with like Willie Lynch, the making of a slave, you had a slave owner over the West Indies. He came and watched the slave owners in America. And the slave owners in America was killing their slaves. So from a business perspective, like, dog, you're killing your money. So here's a more cost effective way to control your slaves. So even fast forward 300 years to now, all right, it's more cost effective to reward your slaves to move how you want them to move than to kill them or beat them. Because if they're dead, it can't work. If they're beaten down, it can't work.
Yeah, they had a felon slavery business happen at that moment.
Yep.
Where they were losing money, so they had to hire, you know, a man to come in with a business plan, in order for him to be able to properly upkeep and maintain his cattle.
And Jackson, Mississippi is the epitome of that we live. A lot of women that beat out the hands of the oppressor. This man out there, she depends on the oppressor. It's the innocent.
I have to say, the prophet also.
So, hey, man, you know, like I said, his brother's made a beautiful point, man. It's way more cost effective to have a reward system.
Yeah.
It's way more cost effective, man.
But like you say, man, that's why Howard shot in the spirit was in John 8 and 32. But see, when you think of it like that, what Howard shot was doing, he was planting the seed that would eventually, you know, take root in our mind, you know, and grow within our mind. You see, because like I say, Esau, he done perfected the minds of the slaves. You know, like you all going to how to turn a Negro to a Christian, how to market to a Negro, how to market to a Negro,
how to sell to a Negro.
Yeah, how to sell. You know, that's all mine. Go ahead. Yeah.
John 8 and 31. Then said Yahweh to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed.
Yeah, and going back to the disciple, what that goes into discipline. Esau teaches you what to be undisciplined. Like the first thing that you have to go through before it really comes into wisdom is discipline. Because we live in a society that tells you go for what you know. People can just run themselves regularly off their nuts, man. You know, that's why people are, that's why like the guy saying that it's better today than 100 years ago, because like I say, he got all that convenience to just run himself regularly off his phone. You see? But see, that's why discipline has to come into effect, all right, and bring us down to earth, all right, so we can be efficient with this wisdom, man. Go ahead.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
The truth has set us free. It has set our mind free. Okay? We're not in that nigga box that Esau created for our people, man. You know? We think from a different perspective, even the way we move, man. You know? It's from a completely different perspective than anything this world would have ever taught us, man. You know? But through your house shot, we've taken off those shackles off our minds, man. You know? Go ahead. That was it. Okay. Go jump to 36. Man, let's get that Isaiah 61.
Verse 36. If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed.
See, we free spiritually, we free in the mind. Okay? Esau can't put us back in the cage. Like, that's what vocab want to do. He's trying to put us back in that prison of slave thinking, man. Yeah. You see? They want to put us in that prison of slave thinking, but nah. Now, okay, we understand order. Now we understand wisdom. Now we understand the righteousness, man. You know?
And you know that's what he wants, because his forefathers didn't allow us to even look them in the eyes.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
But that's what they want. They don't like this self-confidence we don't have. They don't like this self-pride that we have. They don't like this self-love that we have. They need everything to be converted and returned back into what was originally established during Jim Crow, to where a nigga had to hate a nigga. Yep. Light skin had to hate a dark skin. Dark skin had to hate a light skin. Good this stuff. That's what they want. Again. But now that unity and that love and that uprising that's spoken from a spiritual aspect, not a fraternity, not church brothers, you know what I mean? It's spoken from a message that was delivered from on high. And they can't stand that.
Look, because everything else, they want to be part of everything. Like because sports want to be part of it, they can't be part of this. So that's what like he want to get back. No, we love everybody. No. This all, like I said, FUBU, for us, by us. This all, this us. It's us.
That's right.
This ours.
That's right.
And guess what? They want to be part of so bad.
Yep.
It hurts them. Cause they want this. They want to be part of it so bad.
And it's airtight. No other nation can penetrate, man.
They want this.
They want it, bro.
They want this so bad, so they ain't part of it. Like the girl look, our business over here, y'all business over here, but y'all ass way than our business. That's what they want.
Right. I who was that on the 5 Heartbeat? Eddie Kane, he said, you can't get it because you ain't got it.
Right. They even came with their own 12 trial short time. Remember, either might talk.
Yeah. They gotta be trying to game.
But see, this is like, hey, that was a beautiful point, because Esau has a mold for every type of Jake. You know, gonna be a rapping nigga, athletic nigga, coon nigga, corporate nigga, degenerate nigga,
blue collar nigga,
an alphabet nigga. But see, he ain't make a mold for this.
Right.
You see, this is Howard Shine's mold, man. You know, and like I say, now Esau pretty much see us surpassing him in wisdom. You see, like the least they looking like shit. You know, when they own something, like the least they terrified, man. And that's why you see him moving up top like he's moving, man. You know, they say he's gonna be weird in his council. What is he weird at? He's weird at this. You know? Get out here. Isaiah 61 started 1.
This is Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives.
Hey, to send liberty to the captives. Okay? And they're speaking in the spirit first. Now we're physically gonna be delivered, but first we had to bind up the brokenhearted, which are people that have broken minds. Okay? And they're being bound up by this word. And that's why, like you say, you can tell it's a true healing because now we have so much expectation, you know, that the past don't even matter no more. Because a lot of Jake suffering because of past trauma, you know, their mothers and fathers, like it's still adults that are still trying to cope with things in their past, but we got so much for it to look. We got so much to look forward to that those things really don't even matter like that anymore, man. You know, we're being healed. Right. You know, go ahead.
And the opening of the prisons to them that are bound.
Yep. The opening of the prisons to them that are bound. We unleash. You know, because we not, like I said, we not bound. There's a certain way that they expect us to react. Right. You know, there's a certain way, like a nigga's just supposed to be a dumb, you know, brute beast, man. Yeah. You see? The nigga woman just supposed to be this loud, ratchet, bitter, disgruntled. You see? But what's happening, we've been freed from that, man. Like brothers move like nobility, man. Even how we treat those, even how we treat those that are not in the truth, and even other nations. You know? It's a way of nobility, man. You see? But it comes from being freed from the madness of Esau even. Go ahead.
To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn.
To comfort all that mourn. You see? Through this word, we're being comforted. You know, this is the comfort that the scriptures speak of, man. You see? To now, we at peace with what's done happen. Like, you see Jake, you know, our people still have a mindset like, damn, man, we got, you know, it got to be some type of justice. It got to be some type of change, you know. But no, we comforted because the justice is in the scriptures, man. You know, that's what gives us the comfort, the understanding that hey, there is a payback for what this man has done and what he's going to do. You know, go ahead.
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them the beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness.
Trees of righteousness. See, the Lord is going to plant his people back in righteousness, man. Because scriptures say, I planted thee a noble vine, how thou become a degenerate unto me. And that's why you got the reset. The Lord's going to purge out the filth, okay? He's going to purge out, because when you prune the tree, you are pruning what the leaves at the bottom, right? You know, that's what the Lord is going to do. The bottom tier of our people that refuse to repent, he's going to prune them away, man. You know, and he's going to make nations, all right, out of the elect, man. As the scriptures say, the small one shall become 1,000, little one a great nation. Okay, that's the Lord causing those branches of Israel to flourish, but it's going to be of the elect, man. You know, they have been freed, you know, from this madness of Esau. Go ahead.
The planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified.
Yeah, that the Lord might be glorified. Okay? Because we're going to be the Lord's glory again. You see? The Lord put us away because we became ashamed to him, man, through our disobedience. You see? Let's get in Jeremiah 3:6. You know? We was put away because of disobedience. You see? We became ashamed, became a disgrace. So we was put out the house, we was put away. Okay? Because a woman is supposed to be a man's glory, man. You know? Through her beauty and her obedience. When your woman is in order, you know, when she has that obedience and people see that from the outside looking in, that's a glory unto you. Like, man, he got his situation together. You know? But when your woman is out of order, that's a shame. You know? To the point, till you get to the point where, look, this is it, man.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, especially if you're a man of stature, and your woman is goddamn embarrassed. Goddamn. You know?
Yeah. Also, too, she's supposed to be a reflection of you. Yeah. Like we're supposed to be a reflection of the Lord.
Yeah.
It's Jeremiah 3:6. Yeah. The Lord said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king, hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel have done?
Talking about the northern kingdom, go ahead.
She is gone up upon every high mountain and under every green tree, and there have played the harlot.
Yeah, because the northern kingdom was heavy into idolatry, man. and spiritual adultery. Okay? That's what happened. The Lord eventually removed the northern kingdom first through this series in 722. And Shalmaneser the fifth. Man, go ahead.
And I said, after she had done all these things, turn down to me, but she returned not. And her treacherous Judah saw it.
Your treacherous sister Judah saw it, which is the southern kingdom, you know, because they seen the Syrians come and remove the northern kingdom from Samaria, man. They seen it literally, man. Go ahead.
And I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also.
Yeah, so we became a disgrace, okay? We became a whore unto our power, man. You see? Here it is, here it is, we're being taken care of, you know? We're being decked out, first and foremost with the wisdom. Then the Lord will protect us through chariots. We're the only nation that had access to chariots, man. You see? But what did we do? We got enticed by the heathen. You know? We thought the heathen had a better way.
The Canaanite culture.
Yeah, the Canaanite culture, man. You know? And what happened? We became a disgrace, man. And we was removed. But the scriptures say, back in Isaiah, read that, verse 3 again.
It's Isaiah chapter 61, verse 3. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning.
Yeah, so pretty much the Lord's going to deck us out again, but it begins with his wisdom. And then his wisdom, you know, creates obedience, produces obedience, man. Okay? So we're being decked out. You know, we've been put back in order, man. We're bathing in these oils, you know, for the king. You see?
Right. Being purified.
Yeah, we're being purified, man.
And it spoke on that in Ezra, like we had white robes.
Yep.
So that's the completion of the purification process.
Yep.
Spiritually.
Yep.
Robes made right.
The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they may be called the trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified.
That the Lord may be glorified. So when he plants us back in the earth, when we come out those chariots, New Jerusalem, hey, it's going to be like the Lord putting the seed in the earth, man. You know? He's going to plant us in the earth, man. New Jerusalem going to come down out those chariots, man. We're going to be planted in righteousness, man. Okay? Every brother house is going to be an extension of the righteousness of Yahweh Shema Shai. Every son that we have, every daughter that we have, our grandchildren, our great-grand, all of them is going to be an extension of the glory of Yahweh Shema Shai in the earth, man. You know? Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 55, so like 54, verse 5. But thy maker is thine husband.
Oh, that's four.
Isaiah 55, verse 4.
Yeah.
Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded. But thou shalt not be put to shame. But thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth.
Yeah, this is the Lord speaking to Israel. Okay? What's the shame about you? You went into it last week. Like us coming over here naked, you know, cargo, that's a shame, man. You know? That's a shame, you know, that was a shame unto us, man. In these cotton fields, that's our legacy, a goddamn cotton field, man. Okay? You know? That's a disgrace. You see?
Good thing of slaves, that was popping in their mind. Others feel like half naked, half naked, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at that, man. That's what people thinking.
Another man can just take your woman.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, Esau commit sodomy with your wife and give her back to you, man. You see? But they go to our disobedience, so the Lord shamed us because we shamed him. You see? Go ahead.
Thou shalt not forget, but thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood anymore.
Yep.
For thy maker is thine husband, the Lord of hosts is his name.
Yep. So it goes for Jeremiah 3, and it talks about us playing the harlot being put away. until the Lord have mercy on us, bringing us back in the house, man. You know, but first we had to go through that purifying stage, man. Okay, soaking in these oils, man. We gotta go through. We're showing the Lord that we really want to come back and do right, man. You know, because really it's backward. Like now, you have back in the day, you would have, you know, a few female singers, you know, begging, you know, most of the Jake now begging a woman to come back. But really, no, the woman supposed to be in the spirit of servitude and submissiveness, man. You know, but this is us. This is our R&B song to the Lord, man. You know, begging, man.
Fucked up.
Yeah. That Lenny Williams, you know. Back. Maybe we never been in love like that.
And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, the God of the whole earth, shall he be called. For the Lord have called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, and a wife of youth when thou wast refused, says thy God.
A wife and a youth when thou was refused, man. Rejected. Okay? And then, like I say, that was a disgrace. What they call it, shame culture. But hey, that was part of our culture.
There you go.
You see?
It's part of
like you will be ashamed. You did certain things. Like even though if a brother, you know, if an Israelite had a brother that died, but he didn't leave seed in his woman and his wife, and if his brother didn't want to do the duties and bring up seed in his brother's stead, the woman would be able to bring him to the elders, and if he refused, she would be able to spit in his face, man. You know, he would take the shoe off of him and spit in his face.
Is that one of the sons of Judah?
Yep. That was the count, but that was the law.
Yeah, because you pour it out.
Yeah.
You
gotta put the
but you put shame. But shame is what keeps the nation glued together. Because if you don't have shame, now you're beastly. So you don't want to have those stigmas on you. So the Most High put that shame culture in there.
Shame make you do right.
Shame make you do right.
And secrecy of the unknown, it does what? It keeps you hiding your wickedness. That's why the scriptures say, though evil is not executed speedily, it's fully set in their heart to do evil.
Shame keeps you humble too.
Shame face.
Says, for a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee.
Yeah, that's what the Lord is doing. We've been gathered in His Word. You know, we're not that widow or that fatherless anymore, because a widow is very vulnerable, man. She's subjugated to whatever society give her, man. Okay, that's why the Lord in the ancient world we had systems set up to take care of the widow and the fatherless. The priesthood, you know, would have to be responsible to distribute, you know, a portion of the treasury to the widows and fatherless, man. You know, that's why you hear a lot of times the Lord say you have not, you know, taken care of the widow and fatherless, man. In the spirit, we didn't talk about the elect, but you have wicked priests at certain times they wouldn't do right by the treasury, man. You know, Jake would be a stranger, come back into the land, and Jake wouldn't give him the land.
Say it again. Nah, not today, bro. Huh? Yeah, and we ain't got it right now, bro.
Verse 8, in the little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith the Lord thy Redeemer.
Yeah, so when the Lord hid his face, he became vulnerable to the heathen round about us, man. And mainly, you know, Esau Edom. Okay? He left us vulnerable to our biggest enemy, Esau Edom. You know? But now the Lord, as we have come back into that role of submissiveness, the Lord is coming back into his role as husband, as protector and provider, man. Okay? What's that? Get that Zechariah 1 and 2. Okay, yeah, get that Zechariah 1 and 2. You know? But this is the time that we're in. You know, go ahead.
This is Zechariah chapter 1, verse 2. The Lord have been sore displeased with your fathers. Therefore say thou unto them, thus said the Lord of hosts, turn ye unto me, said the Lord of hosts, and I will turn unto you.
Yeah, so the Lord said, turn ye unto me, and I will turn unto you. This is what we're doing. Lord put the Spirit on us to turn unto Him, and now He's turning unto us, man, to be their provider and their protector. And that's why we see things are speeding up, okay? Because the Lord is finna get ready to fight for His people, man. Okay? Let's get that in Joel 3:16. The Lord, He's finna get ready to provide. Because Esau gonna say, we can't eat if we don't take the seed here. But prophecy said we gonna eat, man. Because, hey, we got our provider back, man. We got our protector back, okay? But it came through what? Faith. Faith produces obedience, okay? And obedience is producing favor, man. Okay? You got it, bro. Yeah,
At this Hosea 5:15,
yeah.
I would go and return to my place until they acknowledge their offense,
Yeah.
and seek my face, and their affliction they would seek me early.
The affliction. You see, we're doing it before the affliction. Okay? But the Lord, He fell back from us, but we fell back from Him first, man. Okay? But as we begin to start calling back on Him through the preaching of His word, you know, the word going forth in the what? It has caused repentance. Okay? It's calling us to cry out unto Him. You see?
And another thing He said, like we basically, like we know we did wrong.
Yep.
We offended Yahweh Shah. Like we know we done that. We offended Him. So and all people really doing it's a leg. Don't tell the Lord, hey, we fucked up. We screwed over. We done that. And let's say he gonna come back for us.
Because the elect tapped out. Hey, we get the back. Like shit. We get it, goddamn.
Yeah, we get it. We understand.
Yeah, we get it. That's the purpose of this captivity was for us to get it.
Yeah.
But for the elect, it's clicking like shit. Okay, we know exactly what not to do, man.
Yeah.
Lord willing, we those men, and we get promoted to authorities in the earth. We know exactly what not to. Why it's gonna be an emphasis on Esau, Edom in the kingdom, man. That nigga gonna have to be. That nigga gonna be in tight restraints, man. You know. You got it, bro.
Joel chapter 3:16. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter His voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of His people.
Hey, the heavens and the earth shall shake. Going into the nukes, man. The nukes is World War III. This war gonna shake the earth, man. And Yahweh Shai is gonna enter the realm, okay, during this war, and He's gonna be the hope and the strength for His people, man. Okay. Our husband coming to get us, man. Okay? They're protecting their provider. Go ahead.
And the strength of the children of Israel.
Go ahead.
So shall ye know that I am the Lord your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her any more. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine,
Yep.
and the hills shall flow with milk.
Yeah, that's gonna be us being established. And that mountain, that government gonna drop down that new wine, man. It's gonna be righteousness, man. But right now there's a wine of wickedness that runs the earth, man. Okay? So this is what the Lord is about to do, man, because really when you go into it, you know, a man, you know, he will have an enterprise, and a woman will pretty much maintain his domestic affairs in the house, man. You know? So there will be the role of a wife. So in the kingdom, we're going to be administering order in the Lord's house, which is the earth, man. You see? Just as a woman, what they call the first lady, you know? Israel gonna be like their first lady, man, in the earth. You see? Go ahead.
And all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and a fountain shall come forth out of the house of the Lord,
Yep.
and shall water the valley of Shittim.
Go ahead.
Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness.
Yeah, Egypt. Talking about spiritual Egypt, man. You know? And we just had the Passover. All right? Going into, you know, giving reverence to the Passover in ancient Egypt. Okay? Well, the spiritual Egypt, all right, is going to be destroyed, all right, in a much more grander fashion, man. And who's running this spiritual Egypt? Just told you, Esau Edom. Okay? This is what it looks when the Lord steps back into His role as protector and provider for His people, man. Okay, a whole nation gonna be turned to a desert, man. You know, hey, because if your woman is in order, man, and some type of harm to her, man, it's no limit to what you'll do, man. You know, on her behalf, man. You know.
Like when David, his two wives that got taken, and all his men, and everyone mourned. And, you know, they were about to try to put him to death, and he went to the Lord. The Lord told him go to war and go get him back.
Yep. Who did he have to get him from? Amalek. Amalek. He had to go get him from Amalek, man. You know. So we finna see, you know, the Heavenly Father, you know, go all out for his people, man. You know, the elect of his people in this time, right?
Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land.
Yep.
But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwelleth in Zion.
Yeah, so the Lord said, you know, for the violence against Judah. So the Lord has been looking at these things, all right, and just been keeping tabs, man. But Esau just kept going too far. You know, here it is. We've been put into captivity because of our sin. And Esau set up a system where we just seeing more. You know, like you were going to earlier. Like Esau was never sincere or nothing. Like his whole thing was to keep getting us punished, man. That's why he wants to continue to push us in sin, because he at least know why we here, man. Okay? Joe Sixpack really believed that high IQ bullshit, man. You know? Like they know, nigga. Okay? They at least know why we here. That's why they put emphasis on keeping these people sinning, man. Because that's results in our punishment, man. You know? But the Lord is going to deal with Esau Edom, you know, for being a snare, a continuous snare to our people, man. You know?
And that's why they want Edom want the ultimate the sea hill. That's what they really want. Get a lot of people that sea hill. Because they know they get that sea hill and they out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This Habakkuk 2 and verse 15. Boy, to him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottom to him and maketh him drunken also.
This is what Esau had done, but the scripture say, woe, which is destruction. Okay? Because Esau has glorified wickedness, man. Okay? This death culture that our people love is because it's glorified. Esau finances the glorification of it, man. Okay? Esau, see, when Esau gets behind something, man, okay, he has the power to project it to the world. You know, when Jake was just beatboxing and freestyling, you know, Jake didn't have no money to make that a worldwide thing. Who came and did that? Esau. Okay? And that's why when he financed what he do, he started sprinkling sin in it. So now you got to the point where it's normal for Jake to be in the dress, lipstick, fingernail.
With a Draco.
Yeah.
Young thug.
Yeah. You see, it's normal now. You know? Because that's the way he gives that drink to his neighbor, man. That way of living. Nah, y'all should, this is the way to live. This is the way to success. This is how you get the women, the riches. Go this way. You see? But the scripture say, woe to him for doing that, man. And he has made our people naked, going back to that shame. You know? Because if you're naked, you're ashamed, you know. That's a state of shame. He has made Jake just a shameful sight, man. And most of our people have become just a shameful goddamn sight, man. You know, go ahead.
And thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Yep.
Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
Yep.
The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee.
So now the Lord will turn that cup to Esau, man. Okay? And this is why he's being exposed right now, because the Lord is going to get ready to judge his man. You see, we're pretty much testifying. It's like every time we turn on the camera, we point to him. It was him.
Yeah.
Then we tell him what he did. You know?
We tell the person sneaky.
Yeah.
Right. Or put them in order before their eyes.
Yeah, because you know at this point, there's nothing Esau can do at all. You know, and because once upon a time we couldn't even speak to this man without interpreting. You know, and we having our head down. Now this dude walking up and down the sidewalk, see us week in and week out, you know. And that's the spirit of the Heavenly Father. That's a beautiful thing too, because now you can see how the Heavenly Father is turning it. What you say, bro?
He's flipping it.
He's flipping it. He's flipping it right side up. Because Esau's the head and we're the tail, but you can tell it's creeping up that spine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Too. One thing I learned about Esau, from being around him personally, he really gets nervous if there's no great disparity between you and him.
Yep.
If there's no great gulf fix, he really gets, it messes with his confidence and his ego.
Yep.
When anybody off this sign stays down the street from him,
Yep.
or stays next door to him, they kill that pride he has.
Yeah.
His confidence comes from, he walk in an establishment and everybody works for him.
Yep.
And anytime that paradigm is shaking up, it messes with his spirit, man. That's why the suicide rate is so high. See, the 1950s great gulf fix is not the same anymore.
Right. They've been winning for so long.
Yep.
Now it's coming to a halt. And they don't like it.
8 to 11, the underdog is on top.
Let's get that Rock 10 and 8 in there. Cause like, you know, what I was saying earlier, they hate a confident Israelite man. You see? Especially when you ain't trying to break your neck and vibe with him, you join with him, you know? But hey, it's done. Like, you old new. You're not the superior guy in our mind anymore, man. That's done, man.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it's done. Go ahead.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and rich got by deceits, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
And that's what we see happening. Like their head and their tail, they break up. It's a translation. So, you know, this is how kingdoms are translated like this, man. You know, one is going down while the other one is coming up, man.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
And with that, hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Bob.
Bob.
Shalom.